Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Islamabad. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil ameen. Amma ba'd. Ayyuhal muslimun. Qala Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala fi kitabihil majid. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal 'asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus solihat. Wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Sadaqallahul aliyyul azim. Wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bi ayatihi wa dhikril hakim. Innahu ta'ala jawadun karimun malikun barrur raufur rahim. Aqulu qawli hadha واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Amma ba'd. My dear Muslim brothers and sisters, it's a great honor and pleasure for me to be in this great city of Budapest, and the honor especially goes from you to you and the brothers who have asked me to come and join you and meet you. So with this I will divide my khutbah or talk in Arabic and in English for those who can understand English much better than me. The topic which I have chosen today for today's khutbah or today's lecture is Surah Al-Fatiha. In English we can make a simple announcement that I will discuss or present or remind you the impact of Surah Al-Fatiha on the human behavior of a Muslim. Or in other words, Surah Al-Fatiha and character building of a Muslim. Now the question which comes to my mind before I was preparing for you to meet you on this Jummah was what to talk about. To whom I am going to talk about. So I am so glad and happy that all of you are born Muslims, which I can see by their color of skin, which are same to me perhaps, and so to me like that brother here from India or Pakistan and other brothers. So Quran says, "Innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun." So brothers from Syria, from all over the world, they are in one small tasbih, and that is called "Innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun." Man qala la ilaha illallah. Those who have said that there is no God but except one Allah are what? Are brothers. There may be a difference of views, opinions and actions or behavior which is permissible in Islam. For all of them are brothers. And we will go together inshallah. Who knows who will go ahead than me in Jannah? Who knows who is going to be ahead me? Maybe I'll follow him in Jannah. Who knows? Nobody knows. Only one knows, and that is only Allah Rabbul Alameen, who are Alimul Ghaibi wa Shahada, who are Rahman ar-Rahim. So I have chosen today's lecture, Surah Al-Fatiha, called in English, the opening. The impact of Surah Al-Fatiha on the human behavior or the character building of a Muslim or a Muslimah. Do you understand what I am talking about? Do you follow me? Yes. My accent is not good in English, but never mind. Please forgive me for that. We start our prayers after this adhan and we'll do this salah. We'll start with Tasmiyah. Tasmiyah means Basmala or Bismillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillah is just like an example which I have written here. Is in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Bismillah in the name of Allah or with the name of Allah. For Allah, any kind of translation you can make, it is correct. Bismillah in the name of Allah, for the sake of Allah. Bismillahir Rahman ar-Rahman, most gracious. The most gracious personality on this universe is of Allah Rabbul Alameen. Ar-Rahim also is like a mutaradif or the same meaning, but in a broader sense, most gracious and most merciful. Ar-Rahim. This father is Rahim to his sons. He has 2 children, which I see, perhaps 2 or maybe inshallah forthcoming. So many progeny, we are fathers. So how do we embrace our children when they come to me or to you? the love and affection which you have for this boy, or the boy which I have seen out before the mosque, coming to the mosque, the same, he is much more, as it comes in the hadith, he loves more than a small mother, 99 times more than a small father and a mother. So this is a brief introduction of that personality named as God, Bhagavan, Prabhu, many names, or in Jewish language is called Yahweh. So all these are names for him. Lahul Asma'ul Husna. Many more. Lahul Asma, all the good names are for him. So we start our prayer, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So now it comes in the hadith, the one who recites, who pronounces Bismillah or Basmala, two blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes on and showers on him. Sahih hadith. I am going to present all the good hadiths, the muttafaq alayh, in front of you. You are much familiar than me, of my age, what is the hadith and what are right and wrong. So I am not going in those things, in issues, but the proper hadith which is muttafaq alayh, which has a consensus between all the Muslims. So I am going to present on this platform, which is a very important and very dignified place for me, not because I am in Bosnia or in India or any part, or Australia or in Malaysia, but I am standing as a naib of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Correct? So this is a place of responsibility. So what I should talk, I have to be answerable on the day of judgment to my Lord. That I was talking to the people in Budapest, and what you have been talking, was it right or wrong? I have to give the answer. I am going to be accountable in my qabr, in my maqbara, and on the day of judgment. This is the Islamic concept or Islamic philosophy, or the philosophy of Tawheed. Kullu shay'in yarji'u ila aslihi. Everything goes back to the Creator. So the Creator of this universe, the Islamic philosophy, or the Islamic perspective, or the Islamic worldview is that in all this universe and all those universes which we don't know much about that, which as Quran has mentioned many places, which are not explored, which has not been identified, are the creation of only one, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Rabbul Alameen. Now when a person says Bismillah or Basmala, two blessings come on, two barakah comes on him. Number one is when any kind of action or a job or amal starts, the blessing number one comes from Allah is because you have taken my name, that is Allah's name, His barakah will come in that amal or in that work. If you are in the sayyara or tayyar, any place, so Bismillah is the opening place. Many places mentioned in the Quran, Bismillah majriha. So we start with one of the basic fundamental ethical and moral training of Islam to the followers and to the future generations, which the fathers should teach. We should also teach them how to cross the road properly. I am talking in the bigger perspective because I have been to many places in the world. I am not talking about your country or your place. So if a person is teaching his son how to cross the road on the proper place, not the place from where I come, I know my people much better than you because I am born and bred there. So how to cross the road is also a sadaqah, a barakah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The blessing number comes that Allah will help you. And the second blessing will come in the hadith. He helps in that amal, in that work, in that deed, and guides you to the right path. For example, I'll give you a small example. Have you ever seen, my sisters and brothers are here, have you ever seen much more smaller than me, younger than me, this man is of my age, have you ever seen a person taking a good vodka or cup of wine by saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim? If I am not mistaken, you have never seen that. If he is a Muslim or a Muslimah, he will not take a sip of that. While coming to your place, I asked my brother who brought me my guest or my Sheikh Rajan, I asked him, I will not enter the masjid and meet the Sheikh until and unless I will not take a hadiyah for his children. Why the Prophet said, Tahaddu, Tahabbu. Give hadiyah. These are the Islamic teachings which we have, unfortunately the Muslims have forgotten. So this is the first thing which I have. I have too many things to say, which are not written here. But things come when I see young boys, young generation of the future. I am here today, I am just like a musafir or a stranger. My next step maybe next Jummah I will be in the graveyard. But I hopefully see the future of the Muslim Ummah, the people in these young boys and this boy and that boy and many more. Because we and people like him, we are just very near to the graveyard. Am I right, sir? Am I right, sir? Sahi keh raha mere bhai? So, one more example, very simple example, which I was thinking how to explain this and give a small talk to you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. शुरू करता हूँ, पाकिस्तानी इंडियन है आप, शुरू करता हूँ अल्लाह के नाम से जो बेहद मेहरबान और निहायत ही रहम करने वाला है. The most gracious and most merciful. The second thing which comes example is Bismillah works like a break. I gave you an example of a person who is drinking a good kebab of pork or whatever, khanzir or whatever, and a good cup of vodka or wine or whatever. He will never do this if he is a Muslim or a Muslimah. If he has accepted Islam from the depth of his heart with ikhlas, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, he will never do this. He will die, he will starve to death, but he will not take that pork or that khanzir or whatever. Am I right, sir? He is the Sheyk of this masjid and he is also my teacher. So this is what we say in Bismillah ar-Rahman. The next thing what we say, we will do the same thing here. Say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen means all the praise is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who is the Lord of this universe. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All the praise and the attributes and the ta'reef is for him. So the basic concept of Tawheed, if you see Islam and read Islam, you will agree with me that the basic concept of Islam, it moves around the concept of Tawheed. Just give you a small example like I give to my students in the university. Tawheed is the basic stick, which is just like an umbrella. You hold the umbrella with your stick or the handle like this or that. And you open that umbrella when it's raining. Islam is just like that. This umbrella in Islam, the religious, social, economic and political activities of Islam is under that shade of umbrella. And the root on the handle of that is Kalma Tawheed, and that is La ilaha illallah. And the completion of that kalma is Muhammad Mustafa, Muhammad Rasulullah, Sayyidul Mursaleen, alayhi salatu wasalam. I hope I am right up till now and I am capable to stand in front of you. Nobody is going to throw stones on me in this mosque, inshallah. So, the Lord of the Universe. So, the concept of Tawheed is the next thing which we say is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. I have already explained that. Most merciful and most kind. I will give you another example, very simple example to make my iman and your iman more stronger, inshallah. And that is, example is, if you collect all the ni'mah and all the worldly things, Rabbana la tahrimna min ni'mat dunya wal akhirah. Oh my Lord, don't keep me away from the good things, the worldly things and the hereafter. Now I will give you a small example to understand what is the meaning of Ar-Rahman Rahim. If you collect all the ni'am of this world, what is that? From the Islamic point of view, we can divide those things into three things. This is my perception. I may be wrong, but this is the way I teach. The most important thing or the most precious thing in this universe for a Muslim or a Muslimah is Iman. I hope I am trying to speak very slowly, but never mind. The most precious, number one thing, the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, the rahmah is Iman. If a person has an Iman or faith, or Aqidah, he is the most richest person of this world. Am I right, sir? And the second important thing is, which you can see me when I was praying with my brother on that stool there, on that chair, is Seha, is health. The second important thing is health. See, when I was at your wing, I used to jump and on the roofs, on the trees, and do whatever I want. But today I have to use the stick. I have to walk very carefully, because if I fell down, I'll straight away go to the hospital, to the orthopedic ward, where they will put a long sling for me. So that means that seha or health, or sehat in Urdu, is the most important, precious thing of our life. Maybe 60 to 70% of the people look at the big stomach of that guy here, like me. I was also very fat, but because of my diabetes and many of the things, my heart and many of the diseases of my health, deteriorating health, I am so thin now. These things are, there was a time when I cannot close these buttons. But now it's going inside, I can hide a small boy inside because of my health. So the second important ni'mah or the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is health. Am I right, sir? मैं सही कह रहा हूँ मेरे भाई? Which you have, I don't have. So in that sense, I am muflis. He is a rich man, richest man on this world, because he has iman, Sheyk, and also the health. I have a little bit of iman, which I am proud of that. Inshallah, that will save me from the hellfire. But my health is not good. But there was a time I was much more stronger than him. I used to take a stick and break it. Now I can't even hold the stairs. So this is the most second important thing for a person. This is what we are saying here. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Why should I say Ar-Rahman? So you are gracious and you are merciful. Why? Because you have given me the faith. And you have given me the health. People like you, sir, and others, this beautiful boy there. Do you understand my language? Oh, thank you, sir. And the third and the most important thing is the worldly blessings. Ni'mat dunya. Rabbana, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 201. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati. So this is also the Islamic philosophy here. I don't have time to go in that. Maybe next time, inshallah. But the third important thing and the precious thing for a Muslim is the worldly things. As it comes in the hadith, the person is the most blessed person, which is not in my notes, never mind. Sahih hadith, a person who is blessed in this world is the one who has a pious or good wife, a good housewife. This is what the Prophet, may peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said. And the second thing, he has a car, he has a mule, he has a horse, faras, jamal, to ride on for movement. So the first important thing, according to the hadith, blessing of this world is a good and pious wife. If I have a wife, one wife, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I am in the office, and if I see, I am not sure, I am not so good about, good intention about it. I don't know what is my wife doing. Maybe he is just moving with his boyfriend. This is what is happening around the world. You know better than me, especially the young people. So a good and pious wife who safeguards the chastity of the house of the man and his children is the one of the best worldly blessings. And the second thing is something to ride around, to sit, to transport, to move around. And the third thing which comes in the hadith is a good, small, comfortable house, shelter. A place which may be a tent, a Bedouin tent, or a small one-room apartment, or a studio apartment, or any other place to sleep at night. These are the three things which the Prophet said for a Muslim in this world. So these are the three things when we say Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, we should sometimes think. I am doing this sometimes. Not most, sometimes. Sometimes you are present in the mosque, in the salah, on the musalla, you are just doing an exercise, like a yoga exercise, or you are mentally and spiritually absent. But the salah or the namaz prayer will be alright, no problem with that. From the juristic point, from the fiqhi point of view. But a person should be hazir, should be present when he is in the salah. And that is why the shaitan comes and all that. Then we say Maliki Yawmuddin. Maliki Yawmuddin means the master of the day of judgment. Now what is the concept is? What is the impact of what I have been explaining from 1 o'clock? What is the impact of these verses? What these words or verses have an impact of me and you? What do these verses want to put an impact or effect on my behavior? What kind of a change they want in me? This is what we are saying. And that is Maliki Yawmuddin. You are the master of the day of judgment. Now why? Every day, every namaz, every prayers, we are doing this since I was a small child. My grandfather told me, my grandmother taught me to Surah Fatiha. This is the first step. Now what is the philosophy behind that? The purpose of this reminder, Yaad Dihani in Urdu, this reminder is that, oh my boy, my son, my loved one, you have to answer towards your Lord on the day of judgment, on Yawm al-Qiyamah. La tazulu qadma abdin Yawm al-Qiyamah. It comes in many hadiths. La tazulu qadma abdin hatta yusur an arba an khamsa. On the day of judgment, a person will not move a small inch from his foot. He will not be able to move in front of the God until and unless he will answer 4 questions, or as it comes in the hadith, other hadith, 5 questions. So the purpose of this reminder in all 5 times a day is that me and you, I am talking to myself, a reminder from me, for Dr. Junaid or Professor Junaid. This professor and doctor will remain here. Nobody will ask me by this. They will only ask by my mother's name or my father's name on the day of judgment. But I will have to answer all my deeds. Let me put a more stress. All my deeds, my amal, starting from my morning, early in the morning from my bed. Alhamdulillah, allazi ahyana badama amatana wa ilayhi nushus. We should start. What is that reminder? And what is the second one? When we go to sleep. Allahumma, oh my Lord, Bismika, by your name I go to, I'm dying now. Bismika amutu, and if you will not allow me, I will not get up in the morning. I will be a dead piece of meat. So this Maliki Yawmuddin reminds me and you that on the day of judgment we will have to answer all our religious, social, economic and collective, which I use in Pakistan especially, because I come from a democratic country. I don't know what democratic or not, but I use the word political activities. This is also the part of Islam and Quran. So after that we say, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Oh my Lord, I only Iyaka na'budu, I only worship you. The concept of Tawheed as a gate is the example of umbrella. The concept of Tawheed comes again here. All the worships, all the kinds of services should only be for Allah Rabbil Alamin. And Iyaka na'budu, and we, oh my Lord, I seek guidance from you, because nobody in this world can give guidance except you. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Just take a second, microsecond. When we say na'budu, we look at the beauty of salah. Iyaka na'budu, when we say, we are talking together. Jami al-Muslimin. Iyaka na'budu, for all of us. Oh my Lord, give us all. But when I am alone in the prayer, I say the same word. I say this, Iyaka na'budu, noon, this noon means collective behavior. Oh my Lord, oh our Lord, give us the hidayah. Iyaka na'budu, iyaka nasta'in. We all collectively want your support and help. And then there are many examples of a train ticket and all that. I will not go. So the Iyaka ihdina siratal mustaqim, oh our Lord, give us the straight path. Now the question comes to me, to you, to him, anybody. What is the straight path? In the 21st century, what is the straight path? The straight path is Quran Majid, Quran Kareem. And the second is the blessings or the way. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ uswatun hasana. Go and find the straight path in the feet of Muhammad. No other place to go. And the third thing which I have written here is, this is my views, you can disagree, and the way of the Sahaba, of the companions of the Holy Prophet. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wal aqibatu lil muttaqin wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin amma ba'd. فيا أيها المؤمنون قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد في كتابه المنير إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Give total submission to Muhammad. صلوا عليه, pray for him. صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله محمد. اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين وعلى عبادك الصالحين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه. اللهم أرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وقنا عذاب الحشر وقنا عذاب الميزان. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عني. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم اغفر وارحم أنت خير الراحمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين وأقم الصلاة.